tucked away in nature, yet close to everything. If you're looking for the best modern Filipino home in the South, sit back, relax, watch this video all the way to the end, and hopefully like this home well enough so that you can tell yourself, I can live here. Hello again and welcome to another episode of Live Here. My name is Julius de la Cruz. I'm a professional licensed real estate broker here in the Philippines. And today, we are here in the amazing community of Lindenwood Residences and we'll be featuring this beautiful 3-bedroom home that sits on a lot area of 336 square meters. This beautiful property has a floor of 400 square meters and I can't wait to show you around. As always, before we take you through the full formal home tour, we'd like to share with you first the top 5 reasons why we love this home. The first reason is because this home already comes fully furnished. Combination and selection of the furniture in this home gives this property a very sophisticated look. Now, being a fully furnished property makes this home so convenient as it presents a turnkey option for you to move into. It is subdued, yet luxurious. It is quiet and rich in character. It is open, yet it is still conservative. Talk about finding good balance in all things. The living room couch, the dining set that complements the open-type gourmet kitchen, the beautiful bar stools that allow you to have informal dining and casual discussions with your friends and family, all fit together to form a seamless, opulent, and functional look. This is the type of furniture and design that speaks volumes with one look and admiration. The second reason why we love this home is because of its overall beautiful architecture and the use of natural, stunning materials. This beautiful home features beautiful materials everywhere you look. Starting with the choice of a mid-century modern house design, this home exudes warmth and welcome. The use of wooden textures for its ceiling treatment, the use of machuca pattern tiles for its flooring, the solihia woven pattern that they use for the gate, the use of natural stone, the many windows that allow abundant natural light and natural ventilation across the home, and the presence of large verandas allow you to simply lounge and sit quietly to enjoy your time, whether it's to read a book or to celebrate momentous events with your family and friends. This home has got it all covered. What we like most about this house is the freedom of movement, cross-ventilation, and its open-type layout. Originally, the idea for this house is that it wouldn't need an AC. Of course, in the modern times, though you still need one, this house does not require one to live comfortably inside its walls during the better months of the year, as the many windows allow the natural wind to flow seamlessly into all parts of the living space. Another brilliant feature that this house has, as compared to most other homes in the market, is that it gives you a feel as if you are inside a corner house without being a corner lot. And the house accomplishes this by having this lovely veranda on one side. As soon as you enter the copper gates, made from woven patterns in solihia style, you will be greeted by a beautiful veranda that welcomes you home. Now, of course, having wooden textures for the ceiling, which includes the ceiling fans and the machuca pattern tiles, really tell you that you have actually arrived at a beautiful, welcoming, warm home. Another feature that we like about the architectural genius of this home is that it features separate entertainment areas. For the upper ground level, where you will find most of the living spaces, you will see that it features a living space, that seamlessly leads out to a dining area that sits right across the open-type gourmet kitchen, where you'll find bar stools that act as an informal dining space / breakfast nook where you can enjoy meals and create memories with your loved ones or friends. Now, at the lower ground floor, you will find a room that features its own separate entertainment area. If you have guests, this also acts as a separate entertainment room so that you will be able to host 2 different groups or parties if they're happening at the same time. Talk about function and convenience. Now, when it comes to having balconies on the second level, since the owner of the home and the architects felt that the huge balconies of the homes nowadays don't really typically get used as much as they should be, they designed wooden louvers that open up into Juliet balconies. Now, having this feature still allows you to access the outdoors, the views, and allows you to take in the fresh air that the south has to offer, which means to say that you still have all the functions that a balcony needs to have without having to clean a huge space that is mostly unused. The gate of the home was made to look like a solihia pattern. The beautiful creative twist for this gate is that the owner of the home used copper strips that were curated to form a perforated pattern similar to the classic Filipino home. Now, mind you, this home was built during the pandemic, and copper, having antibacterial properties and capabilities, might still be useful in today's world, most especially if it's the first thing you touch as soon as you arrive home. The third reason why we love this home is because of its unmatched accessibility. This home and this village is literally only about 1.1 kilometers away from the nearest exit of the South Luzon Expressway. It is only 6 kilometers from the Evia Lifestyle Center. It is only 7.7 kilometers away from Alabang Town Center and the Molito Lifestyle Center. In terms of established business districts, it is only about 24 kilometers away from Makati City and Bonifacio Global City. And in terms of access to the airport, it is only about 20 kilometers from the NAIA Terminal 3 or roughly around 25 kilometers from the NAIA Terminal 1. So in terms of ease of access, this home does not disappoint, as it gives you the ultimate convenience of having a home without taking you too far to any of life's necessities. This home gives you the ultimate comfort because you are still very near many of life's conveniences and necessities. The fourth reason why we love this home is because it's been designed by Tayo Architecture and Design Firm. Tayo is a young design and architectural firm that is founded by a couple based in Metro Manila, Philippines. Their name Tayo is a Tagalog word that has several meanings in the local language. Firstly, means tayo, or to stand, to build, or to rise. And the second meaning, which means tayo, translated in English as we or us, is a word that they use to include people in the conversation or the experience. Tayo's visual identity is inspired by architectural and design blueprints and plans. They have repurposed common architectural hatches to be the brand's main patterns and key visuals. Being heavily influenced by Filipino design, the couple wanted to represent it in their visual identity by choosing earthy color palettes and familiar styles that come with their own creative twist. Their brand represents their individual styles as well as their beautiful interpretation of the Filipino architectural design. Recently, their architectural firm has done many resorts, and they are currently partnering up with top developers in the country to build bigger projects. And finally, the fifth reason why we love this home is because it's inside Lindenwood Residences. Lindenwood Residences is a beautiful community that is composed of 21 hectares of rolling terrain in Susana Heights, Muntinlupa. It offers the comforts of freedom and indulgences of living in the open country within the security of a gated village. As soon as you step inside the village, imagine white picket fences, beautiful porch swings, picture windows, pocket parks, quiet ponds, and the elegance of American-inspired country homes. This young, charming neighborhood is your picture-perfect family home. The village offers verdant shade of mature trees and is refreshed by the cool breezes from Laguna Bay. Currently, it's about a 30 to 45 minute drive away from Makati City and simply about 15 minutes away from Alabang, making it a seat of convenience for your family. Now we're down to everyone's favorite part of the video, the formal home tour. Let's start right now. Beauty of this home starts from its exterior finishes. beautiful mid-century architecture exudes a warm, welcoming presence. As soon as you drive by, you can already tell that this property calls you home. Its beautiful exterior finishes uses natural materials such as natural stone, wooden textures, beautiful pattern tiles, elements of greens, beautiful clean lines that all come together to form this beautiful work of art that you call your home. Another beautiful thing about this home is that it also sits right in the middle of the village. So you'll find it's neither on the perimeter, it's also not along a T-junction, so this property sits along the more quiet side of the community. Another thing that we like about this home is the beautiful master planning. Over here to my right side, you'll find it features the pedestrian access, which we'll be using in a while to get inside the home. And towards the other side, you'll find it features carport, which can conveniently accommodate 4 cars. Now, looking at the configuration of the home, you can already make out that it has several levels. Now, over here, you'll find the access to the lower ground floor, which we'll be exploring in a while. Over here, you'll find the pedestrian access that leads to the upper ground floor. And of course, towards the end of this house tour, we will also be exploring the second level, which houses all of the 3 private quarters that this home offers for your family. And now it's time to go in, so let's go. Of course, you'll be welcomed by beautiful steps that's made from natural stone. And one of the things that you'll immediately appreciate about this property is that it's elevated. So that already also as well maximizes the fresh air that the south has to offer. Now, upon standing at the front portion of the home, one of the things that you will immediately notice is that right behind me is a beautiful solihia pattern. Now, this is not the same as the solihia material that you find in most Filipino furniture. This is actually made of copper, and as you know, this house was actually built during the pandemic. And since copper has many antibacterial properties, they have found this to be a very useful part of the home. On top of that, the solihia pattern also gives you a very familiar yet welcoming feel. After appreciating all of the exterior features of the home, starting from its lovely architecture, its good location, and of course the beautiful finishes that it has, now I think it's time to go in. So let's go. So of course, upon entering the home, as I mentioned earlier, you'll be welcomed by this beautiful gate that's made of copper strips that's interwoven into a solihia pattern. Upon entering, you'll be welcomed by this beautiful veranda. And not only is it spacious, I also like the way that they have designed this. Look, it features machuca tiles for its flooring, which really gives this part of the home a beautiful opulent look. I also like the presence of potted plants and the fact that it is overlooking beautiful greens. This is such a relaxing part of the home. Now, of course, this part of the property is also not just beautiful, it is also highly functional because behind me, you'll find it features a grill and you can really use this part of the home to entertain guests and celebrate those weekends with your family. Having this open space on one side of the home gives this property so much character. Not only does it give you a beautiful vibe upon entering the property, it also acts as a natural extension of the living space. Over here towards my left side, you will later find the dining and the living areas. And this is such a beautiful extension of the living space, blurring the lines between the interior and exterior spaces of this home. Another thing that we like about this property, as we mentioned earlier, is the functionality, because over here towards my right side, you'll find it features a staircase that leads to the lower ground floor of the home. And we'll talk more about that as we go through the full formal home tour. After looking at all of the exterior features of the home, it's now time to go in. So let's take a look, starting from the beautiful front door. Looking at it, you'll find it welcomes you with a lovely single swivel door made from natural wood. Now, what I love about the single swivel door is that it features 2 glass panels on either side, telling you that this home really embraces the open type living concept. And now it's time to go in, so let's go. Upon entering, you'll be welcomed by a beautiful and well-curated living area. Now, over here, one of the things that you will immediately appreciate is the openness and the lovely sense of home as soon as you step in. This part of the property occupies the corner side of the home, giving this part beautiful natural light. As natural light traverses on this part of the home, it is well complemented by beautiful furniture that makes the space so cozy. Of course, it also helps that this part of the home features corner windows that allow natural cross-ventilation to enter the property. As we mentioned earlier, this house was designed to be lived in and to enjoy even without the presence of AC units. But of course, given today's requirements, even though a home would naturally have one, this home will do just fine without it. After appreciating the living area, you will find that it features this lovely space over here towards my right side, and naturally it is elevated and also sits on the corner side. Now, as an option, you can actually enclose this if you want this to be a separate guest room. At the moment, it functions as your very own lounge area, and since it occupies a corner, it also abounds in a lot of natural light and cross ventilation. If you choose to enclose this part of the home and turn it into your very own home office, it will also still work as it features its very own balcony and its own well-designed powder room. After looking at the living spaces of the home, it's now time to check out this well-designed dining area which sits just right across it. Now, the nice thing is that, as I mentioned, this home features an open-type living concept. So say, for example, if you are accommodating a lot of guests which are lounging on the living area side, and if you have some of your relatives sitting here, it is such an easy thing to accommodate and entertain all of them because this home fosters inclusivity. On top of that, this dining area also is quite generously sized. It can fit an 8-seater dining table. And the nice thing is that it sits across sliding doors that lead out to the lanai. After exploring the dining area, we're now headed to see this beautiful and well-designed kitchen, which you will find over here. Now, the nice thing about this open-type gourmet kitchen is that it is well designed. It features solid white countertop, an induction cooker, an oven, a beautiful barn-type sink that gives off a beautiful, homey, familiar feel, yet still gives off the modern glam. For practicality purposes, it also features its own dishwasher, a double-door rack, a coffee machine, and of course, a lot of soft-close cabinets. Now, one of the things I really like about this kitchen is that it has been made not just for cooking, but it's also made for interaction and creating fantastic memories. Now, over here, you'll find bar stools that act as an informal dining area where conversations can take place quite spontaneously. Now, this, in terms of function, can act as your very own breakfast nook or your very own mini bar area if you're serving drinks. And what I like about this kitchen is the clean look that it has. As you can see, it doesn't have an overhanging range hood that really destroys or obstructs the view of this lovely open-type gourmet kitchen. It features a retractable one, which you will find right here. Now, after looking at all of the lovely interior features of the home located on the upper ground level, we still have 2 more levels left to cover, and that is the lower ground floor and the second level. Now, we're going to take a look at the lower ground floor first, and we're going to take a look at it right now. Now, the lower ground floor can either be accessed from the auxiliary kitchen or the lanai. Now, upon entering, one of the things that you will immediately find and appreciate about it is that from the door that comes from the carport, you will be immediately led to a mudroom. Now, this is such a beautiful and smart and at the same time important part of the home because this is where most of the things that come from outside usually get taken out. So you mean dirty shoes, coats, or probably umbrellas. Now, as we mentioned earlier, this house has been constructed during the pandemic, and some of those sensibilities still stay true up to this day. If you're able to leave some of the dirty clothes, such as coats, jackets, umbrellas, or shoes on this part of the home, you'll be able to sanitize yourself, and only after are you able to enter the interior parts of the home. Now, this is the multifunction / flex room / mini home office located at the lower ground floor. Now, why is this such a smart layout? For one, behind me, you will find it features a sliding door that leads you out into your very own veranda. So this space is your very own entertainment area. Say, for example, if you have a separate set of guests here and a separate set of guests that are located at the upper ground floor. Second, if some of your family members, such as say, for example, if you have teenage children that are having a lovely, wonderful movie time with their friends, they can actually do that over here towards one side of the home. Of course, it also helps that this room has the space that it needs because over on one side, it features its very own home office and its very own lounge area that is sitting right across the sliding door that leads out to a beautiful veranda where you can enjoy the outdoors. Towards one side, it also helps that this home features its beautiful creative space that currently functions as your very own creative paint studio or sound studio. At this point of the home tour as well, before we take you through the tour of all the private quarters of this home, we'd like to invite you first to click the like and subscribe button so that you'll be notified of new updates that come up on our channel. Now back to the home tour. At this point of the tour, we are now back at the first level and we are going to check out the second level, and of course, we can only access that through the use of the staircase made of wooden components. We're currently here at the second level of the home, and from this angle, you'll be able to appreciate that this home is not just made for function, it is really made for the good life. We are now here at the entertainment area located on the second floor, and this part is quite generously sized. You'll find it features a comfortable L-shaped sofa and a large television set. Of course, an entertainment area like this will not be complete without its own easy access to its very own toilet and bath on this level. Now, additionally, on this level, you'll find 3 spacious and well-designed bedrooms. First of which is the girls' bedroom, which occupies the corner side. It is well curated, and it also features its own ensuite toilet and bath. Now, another feature that I like about the second level is that over here towards my left side, you'll find the equally well-made boys' room. Now, what I like about this side of the home is that it is quite spacious. It is also well curated, and it comes with 2 comfortable beds just made to fit the boys in your family. And lastly, we are going to check out the highlight of the home, the master bedroom, which you will find just right behind me. Upon entering, one of the things that you will immediately appreciate about this master bedroom is the size that it offers. It features a lounge area, and towards the main bedroom, it features a very generous size. It also helps that it sits on the corner side of the property, allowing more natural light to pass through this side of the home. And not only that, it also features louvers that lead out to a beautiful Juliet balcony, enabling you to enjoy the outdoors and the fresh air that the south has to offer. Of course, being a master bedroom at that, it also comes with its own well-designed ensuite toilet and bath. Living a fine life in the south doesn't seem like an impossible task after looking at this property. With its beautiful architecture, its well-designed living spaces, and of course, given that it sits inside Lindenwood Residences, this property is definitely one for keeps. Hope you enjoyed watching this house tour and look forward to welcoming you home here.